official weight 84.3 kilograms, standing 6 feet 1 inches tall, dark in black shorts with a red trim. Ladies and gentlemen, born in Wellington, New Zealand, now residing out of Brisbane, Queensland, 16 fights, 12 wins, 8 knockouts, 2 by way of submission. Please welcome Dillan, the Villain! Official weight 84.3 kilograms, standing 6 feet tall. Dark black shorts with a white trim. He is a professional fighter with 13 fights, 10 wins, 7 by submission, and 3 by way of knockout. Fighter of Melbourne, Victoria. Please welcome the White Devil, Dallow. Fighters, please please for final instructions.
So guys, we've been over the rules, protect yourself at all times, obey my instructions at all times. You want to hook them up, do so now and back to your corner.
He looks like a man that's went without chocolate cake for a week.
This is a big fight for Dallow. This would be a great scalp if you can knock over Dillan.
Absolutely.
We keep losing you.
I've actually trained with both of these guys actually, and I actually have a bit of a tough time separating them at all. They're both pretty tough guys.
Yeah, the thing is with Ross, he's hard to beat. He's been around for a long time, and he just hangs in there. As I expect to see, yeah, I expect
fast
to see.
hands off the bat.
Very fast hands.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a bit shaky, he's a bit shaky.
Battery's playing.
You know, that was his plan. His hands are stronger than ever, and he's showing that already, very early. Watch that uppercut hook combination. Left uppercut, right hook. There it is, there it is. He's just touching him up every moment.
But I'll tell you what, Ross is tough.
Look how calm Dillan Andrews is. Ross has got to take him to the ground.
He's going to have to find a different way to do it.
Yeah, because he's eating that up.
Look how fast they are. You know, he's tall, he's just over 6 foot, and he's got some very sharp, straight punches. Oh. How calm is he?
Yeah. Oh, he's in trouble.
That's it.
Very dominant fight by Dillan Andrews. Finishing Ross Dallow in the first round. Dominated the whole fight. Very fast punches.
I think we've seen a bit of a resurgence of Dillan Andrews.
Absolutely. Yep. Here's another fighter I think is on the way up and could definitely be tested.
Australia's got some amazing athletes. They're just starting to get some experience.
Yeah.
And I've done my bit trying to talk to some of these kids and tell them Thailand's a cheap trip, an easy place to live for a couple months. You get Americans, you get UFC veterans coming through there all the time to train.
Yeah, it seems to be a great training hub, doesn't it, over there?
You know, if you can't get to America, it's a bit expensive to live over there. Sure, get to Thailand for a cheap flight and maybe even $1,000 a month. You fairly well live like a king. So it'll be interesting to see what he does with his training in the near future. But he shows that whatever he's doing has been working.
Yeah, he definitely looks like a sharp, confident kid, doesn't he?
Good to see Ross Dallow back to his feet, not too badly damaged. Got a little bit of a cut under his eye, but
yeah,
he seems like he's with the waking world, so that's good.
Well, you've got to give full credit to Dillan because stopping Ross Dallow like that, you know, a lot of people have tried and been unsuccessful.
Dillan looked very, very confident in his hips tonight. Didn't sprawl too early. Nothing unnecessary. Very compact and efficient movement. And he threw combos. And that's sometimes the trick. Throw more than one.
Dillan just didn't give Ross any time to settle in and find his distance or find his game. And full credit to him. Great job.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee just put the stop in this contest. 57 seconds into the first round. Your winner by TKO, Dillan, the Villain Andrews.
All right. I'm here with a very calm and collected Dillan Andrews. How do you feel right now?
Yeah, I feel real good. You know, I come down with a real bad virus 2 days ago. I've been in bed since weigh-ins, before weigh-ins. I've been in bed, I left my hotel room. I'm sick, I've probably got a couple of hours left before I lose my voice. I just had to drag myself out and do it.
I've got to just say real quick. I was speaking to you yesterday about your game plan, and you said to me that your hands were sharper than ever. You told me to look out for that left uppercut, right overhand, and you landed that on about 3 or 4 occasions. That was your game plan, you stuck to it, you really worked on those hands. How happy are you with your performance this evening?
I'm happy. Obviously, I'm happy I got the result I wanted, and you know, I landed the punches I wanted to land. You know, you can't do anything about being sick, and I'd feel a lot better if my body didn't let me down, but I'm happy.
Well, Dillan, you've been on a tear lately. This is your 3-0 in the last 3 fights you've won. Things are changing for you, my friend, and looking forward to seeing you fight again, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together, Dillan Andrews. Okay, I'm here with Ross Dallow, obviously a bit disappointed. It happens when you're in the game as long as you've been in it. You're a tough guy. Listen, what was your game plan coming into this fight?
Not to get knocked out, that's one. I'd just like to thank all my training partners from CF Police. I'd like to thank my corner, and I'd definitely like to thank my sponsor, Metal Militia. These guys are stepping up for us old guys that have been in the sport for a while. I just couldn't get into the mat, not without putting my face under his fist. That was the problem, I think, of my game plan there. But guys, thank you very much for supporting a pure MMA card, which is the the Australian Fighting Championship, but I think we're turning it into more like the Australasian Fighting Championships. We've got guys from everywhere coming to step it up. So, be proud of yourselves, Melbourne. We might have a cage, but we've got rage.
Thank you very much.